a few questions for you. If you would like to tell me, what are we going to do in these troubled times? How are we going to provide for a future?
There's lots of...
You know, pick your nose and talk into my mic.
You know, I have island demonstrations that, sure, a lot of us are in agreement on not big capitalization and not big development, stuff like that. But we need to use really respectful and dignified manners of reaching our goals.
Who's that?
High-risk cranberry, which is
Cranberry, no. Wild raspberry.
That's
Cranberry, Perfect.
That's about 250 miles from the Yukon border.
All day yesterday.
I didn't know about this.
Well, I thought you'd walk in, surprised as hell.
Because I could set up a table for my my jewelry here. But how do you?
Excellent.
It's nice to get the idea we're not just a bunch of radical whatevers.
Yeah, well, we're here, but what are we doing here? I mean, what are we tolerating? What are we looking after? We didn't look after the fish in the East Coast, and now they're destroying them in the West Coast.
Make a statement.
I'm not really good for statements today. Believe me.
No, but you do know. You have.
Oh, I understand. I've been
mine.
working with the clear cutting here in this province for many years, and there seems what to say. As I said, I'm not particularly good with statements today.
Yeah. But you are. What do we really want to do here?
What do we want to do? We want to preserve the community. We want to preserve these islands as what would be the point? We want to preserve the natural beauty of these islands and the beauty of our communities and pass that down to our future children. If these corporations keep logging it without even any asking for any input into the communities, and most of these logging corporations have no interaction with our communities. They don't even ask or to find out. We will have nothing left to hand down to our children or the community's future.
Totally. That's why we have to act now. We have to move. We have to do something.
It will be irreversible harm will be done if these actions committed by these corporations are allowed to transpire. And once that is gone, we will be left with the bones. And even if they do develop it, I can't see of any development being sustained over a period of time, and there's been other examples upon this island where developers have tried to develop an area only to go bust. But what does this mean to us when we're just left with a barren wasteland?
What do you think the natives' position on this is when they see what's happening to this land and to the resources? And I mean, what's their perspective on this? What do you think, in your mind?
Ooh, well. One of great deep frustration, I would say. I've seen many of the native tribal villages up along the west coast of Vancouver Island completely destroyed and laid to waste by interference from what we might call the white man or corporate entrepreneurism with very little respect. They've been cheated out of just about everything you could possibly imagine.
Yeah, do you think the land is cursed because of this? What's been done to it?
Cursed.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. I believe there's a very powerful spirit on this island, and I believe that even if they do clear cut all this, they will not be allowed to develop it. Nothing. There's no future in it at all. Entry a primary community.
That's got to be the goal. Is that our families, our lifestyle, our world, our communities, like it's all connected. It's all connected. The whole process involves everything.
We talk about democracy. Well, there cannot be democracy without communities. Communities are groups of people which come to a consensus. They know what they want. They know their future. They know what they need to act upon. When you have politics removes any democracy from a community or a spiritual community. so that decisions are made on the highest level without having to even negotiate with the people. As you know.
Well, that's what's happening.
Yes, that is what's happening. That's what we're trying to stop right now. If these people are allowed to log that Mount Chuan, then that is not a democracy. You know,
The people don't want it.
the people don't want it, and they're going along with it anyways. And
But it's private land. It's their land. They can do with it what they want.
I don't believe there should be anything such as private ownership. I think there could be private ownership, but only in the sense of there should be a sense of responsibility tagged along with private ownership. So yes, it's your land. Like you don't go into Vancouver and you build a 7-story house next to a historical monumental house, do you? There's laws against development of certain types of architecture. We should be the same on this island, where you shouldn't be allowed.
But it should be an understanding.
Yes.
The laws, for the lawyers and those that work within the system.
As I said, they're far removed from the community.
Yeah.
And they bury themselves and they protect themselves behind these quote laws. And so you can't even deal with the people directly. They make it so you can't deal with them. They make it so you can't deal with the heart of the issue. And while you're all tied up in court or tied up dealing with the laws, they've cut down everything, and your community's future has been sold down the toilet.
So we have to change. We have to, like, to me, I like to film the changes. I like to film the changes in the consciousness.